Oh, did I hit? Yeah, I hit record. It's fine. Right, yeah. We're back here. We're in game two of Synastren v Ono. Synastren playing his more natural Zerg race here. So we'll have a ZVZ, which means I'm anticipating 3 minutes of jostling about before 10 banelings show up in the mineral line and blow all the workers to shreds. But maybe I'll no play out that way. Purity and Industry. Now, there's a map I've not seen in a long, long time. So here we go, ZVZ, let's go. Synastren v Ono, zeez. Love to see it. So where were we going? Again, strange map. I think it was part of the design of the tournament was they wanted to pick kind of slightly stranger maps just to accommodate for a wide range of MMRs, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit of a throwback. I've seen these maps before, obviously, but not for a long time. But anyway, yeah, we'll have spawning in the top middle here. We'll have Ono as the teal Zerg, and spawning in the middle right here, we've got Synastren in the orange there, also on the Zerg. Now, very handy to have the production tab open, especially when you are casting a mirror matchup. So, and I can just switch between the two players just by 1 and 2, which is handy. Although that does block the camera view, which is not great. So we'll actually see an early hatchery first here from Ono, which I would expect, just having seen the amount of games that the two players have played, one would expect Synastren to be a bit more stable with his timings. But you never know. Early spawning pool there as well from Ono, and I don't think we've got the spawning pool yet from Synastren. He may be planning to do some kind of crazy... Oh no, I was thinking he was going to do some kind of, 3 hatch before pool build or something equally strange, but not today, not today. I think, yeah, this red zone, you can't fly through this. Or can you? Well, you must be able to, because that Overlord just did. Maybe it slows them down. It's been a long time since I personally flew through the red, so I'm not the guy to ask, but I'll try and keep my eyes out and see if... exactly what those do. I seem to remember there was some maps with areas like this where flying units couldn't go through, but that's been a long time. I wonder if I should drop the replay controls. Technically, for spoiler sakes, I would imagine it's better to do that, so we'll just go with it. You'll have to hold with me, guys. This is the first time I've actually casted a StarCraft series, although I have dabbled a bit in other games, here and there. But yeah, going to see early queens getting pumped out from Ono here, and imagine the exact same for Synastren. Now I'm expecting big things from Syn here, given his relative experience. He should be quite clued up with a ZVZ matchup and the timings. There was a time, God, a couple of years ago now, where it seemed like every single StarCraft tournament you watched descended into ZVZ. And it didn't help that the two best players in the world, well, currently still probably the two best players in the world, Cyril and Raynor are both Zerg players. And for a while, it was putting me off watching Pro StarCraft 2. It was just ZVZ all the time. But that seems to have died down a wee bit now. Although I think the upcoming GSL final is between, is it Dark and Trap? So, no Terrans allowed would be the name of the game there. Not seeing a third base coming out for Ono. Pumping out the drones though. Can we actually get a worker count here? We have very even numbers, although that explosion of drones for Ono there just put them in front. 34 to 29. Production, please, thank you. No early lings across the map. I mean, that's all you'll really see normally in ZVZ, unless of course, I don't know, maybe a crazy queen walk. We do see a baneling nest come out here. Just essential, really. I mean, from what little I know of ZVZ, I know you build banelings. Just because, Zerglings are so weak against them, workers as well. And normally, maybe it's just sort of bias from watching in the past, but normally I expect a ZVZ to end when a couple of banelings get in a worker line and kill 14 in one go. But I don't think that's how this game's going to go. Maybe it's the map boosts the rush distance a little bit. Destructible rocks hem people in a little. Debris. It's a fun word to say. Debris. Overlord just scouting in the middle here, just making sure nothing crazy is going on. Both players taking a different third base. Ono going for the top left one, whereas Synastren opts for a sort of more forward base. Not sure which I prefer, honestly. I like bits of both. I like keeping a base further away so it's kind of safer from attacks, but at the same time, quicker reinforcements when Synastren pops out units from this forward base. Seeing a few Zerglings popping out now. Movement speed has been researched for Synastren. And when you don't play much Zerg, movement speed's one of those times where you're like, oh, why bother? Why am I even going? What's the point? But no, I mean, it's such a useful. The speed boost to get is it is quite alarming. How fast did it actually move? 6.58 off creep, and quick! Another one frightening. Zerglings are fast little units. I'm not the guy to ask, but I think they might be the fastest in the game, especially on creep anyway. Oh, going to see a counter-attack Ling Flood here, I think, from Ono. Or are they maybe going to turn back and think they need to take care of their own problems here with the third hatchery slowly getting chipped down? But, you know, a small number of Zerglings are going to take a wee while there to take down a hatchery, at least until they have the crackling upgrade, but we're a long time before we'll be considering that one. So we'll just take a quick look at the units tab here. Very similar drone numbers for both players. Slightly more Zerglings for Synastren, and he has the Banelings morphing in. Ono opting to go for Roaches instead of Banelings. Actually can't tell if... Is there a Baneling nest? We've got a spawning pool, we've got a Hydra den. Ono seems to love the upgraded Hydras. And the Roaches were Roach speed, but no Baneling nest that I can see, certainly. That's the one good thing about Zerg, is that you can kind of just tell where all the buildings are, unlike Terran or Protoss with their sneaky little... signing them up, proxy nonsense. Although I will say it is really fun when you watch a Zerg, oh god, debris. Synastren had something against that debris. Yeah, it's very fun when you're watching Zerg v Zerg, and or Zerg v anyone, and you know they try the little proxy hatchery, weird things like that. And it kind of one of the reasons I never really liked playing Zerg as much as the rest is it seemed a bit more formulaic, a bit more. You know, you can't do much as sneaky. Not to say that I particularly enjoy watching cheese all the time, but you know, I love this little patrolling Baneling here. Just waiting for like a flood of Zerglings just to run right in. Oh, early mutas. Well, not that early really in the context, but you know, mutas nonetheless. Nothing can shoot up in this this army from Ono, so the mutas are just going to quite happily chip away at these Zergling roaches, and yeah, they're just going to kind of get eaten, despite having an upgrade advantage for the turquoise Zerg here. Hydras do pop though, just in time to maybe deal with the mutas, but the Zerglings will chip them away. Oh, the Banelings! Oh! Hydras, of course, still counting as light units, they will take the extra damage from Banelings, so there's going to be a flood of units across the map from Synastren here. Oh, we're going to have a queen walk though. Just the 3 queens, but that should be enough to push them off this. You can tell Synastren's not F2ing, and that's what I like about this patrolling Baneling. It shows you his army management. He's not just selecting every single unit and going, right, A move, let's go. Again, not too crazy a worker difference here. Although I do feel that Ono just doesn't have enough units on the map to really take care of anything. I'd have loved to have seen a play someone trying to take this little sneaky base, although I suppose with the Mutalisks out. Now, yeah, I don't really see how it affects the flying units, these little red sections of the map. I think those mutas just flew through them sort of unimpeded. But we're going to see a bit of an attack here, I think, although... that is a lot of mutas! We are getting up to, what, 13 mutas? 12 mutas, something like that? I can't count actually, I thought it was some more like 15 when I started, but whatever. I love, oh look at that! This is, you can learn from this. Just keeping a sneaky wee single Baneling with a, oh no, just with the armour upgrade. In the fog of war zone where you can't see it until you run through this kind of foggy area. That you can tell Synastren's had a few good results doing that. And just having a couple of Zerglings moving across the map suddenly blow up for without warning. I don't mind the composition here of roaches and hydras, although it's not the best against these mutalisks. There are quite a lot of hydras going to capture them in a pincer attack though, and a few are going to get spined out the sky, but the wisely Synastren just going to retreat. And almost nothing happening in this sort of lower third of the map here, other than Synastren's fourth, so would have been an opportunity. Whoa! Now, if only there'd been a couple more there, that would have done a lot more damage, but it did almost kill off a Hydra. 2-2 on these Hydras now, 0-1 on the mutas, and lots of Banelings though. This isn't going to be pretty. Oh, they just smashed right in! Where did the blue army go? No, there's just some roaches left. Zerglings swooping in across the map, a few Hydras as well, but I think the muta count's just too high. Although they are getting chipped away slowly, that's another couple of the ground. I think Ono actually targeted the muta, the sky there, which is good. That's something that will win you more StarCraft games than it loses you, if you just force yourself to kind of chip away at low HP units. Of course, also a good way kind of to draw the enemy into making a wrong move if you can pull back the low HP units and kind of force them to run into your wall. Bunch more Zerglings busting out here, and I think they're just going to go on a little tour of the south side of the map to see if anything sneaky is being done. Synastren up to 74 workers, 137 supply, and it looks like he's doing a sneaky one. Maybe he's just going to catch this fourth base of the Zerg. Yep, and I think that might draw the army out of position and allow the other mutalisks and Zerglings to sort of... Yep, you can see here the Hydras are getting drawn in with these few Zerglings, and that's going to give the perfect chance for Synastren to swoop in to the main base. There are a Spore Crawler and a couple of Queens, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Also detection, if needed, in case anyone decides to burrow on Ono's side. Beautiful little micro here from Synastren here, just chipping away a couple of Hydras and roaches when he can. And he's going to retreat. Didn't really do much damage on the fourth base, but just kind of draw Ono out of position just long enough to do a bit of damage in the main. Oh, my mouse is jumping all over the place right now. A couple of extra Banelings getting morphed in here. 2-0. 2-0. So 2 for the ground armour of the Zerg and 1 for the air attack. Again, I think we're just going to see these mutas swoop into the fourth base of Ono. Maybe pick off a few drones. There is Spore Crawler here, but Ono he's thinking about it. Maybe not what he wants to go for. There's a huge fight in the middle of the map though. Hydras and roaches against Zergs and Banelings. And it looks like they're going to clear up the roaches. They don't have the damage. I don't think they've got the upgrades. Well, they are 2-2. But in the end, so many Zerglings that it just helps clear them out as the mutas swoop in from the left hand side. And these Queens going to get picked off, trying to Queen walk up the map for that extra damage. And it's not looking good for Ono at this stage. Very even worker count. In fact, Ono's ahead in workers, but so many more units in the army for the Orange Zerg, and I think they are just planning on swooping right in and taking out this fourth base. And that looks like exactly what we're going to see here. Should be able to pick off the solitary Hydra with one full volley of fire, which is nice. 31 workers on this actually here, so juicy chance for these glaive worms to bounce. Is it glaive worm? Tissue regeneration? Glaive worm, yes, to bounce from the mutas. I don't think he's even going to care about the single Spore Crawler here. In fact, he's tanking it with the Overlords. I like that. A couple of Hydras going to come in from the side. And from the... It's a good surround actually from Ono here, but just not enough, even at 2-2, with no armour upgrades on these mutas. And this single Hydra gets picked up. But oh, we've got Ultras. We have 2-1 Ultras. These Ultras with 4 armour. And 38 damage on their Kaiser Blades. Kaiser Chiefs are going to just kind of mince these Hydralisks. I imagine they're going to have to do a good job pinking them backwards on the creep. But they're going to walk right round the corner here. Oh, I love that little Zerglin poking his head round just to pick off a creep tumor. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a shandally here as the Hydras run up. But the Ultralists are just going to cleave right through. They're surrounded by the Zerglins. Look how quickly they melted. And it's a GGWP from Ono. So that'll be the series going 2-0 in favour of Synastren. very nice series, very fun to cast, and yeah, good fun. So hope you enjoyed those, and rip zeez.